Hey guys, this is Weds. Shadowkeep brings a lot of excitement with new gears and a lot of things to do. Our first exotic quest is the new rocket launcher, Deathbringer, which you just saw in action at the beginning of the video. I had the pleasure of going through the campaign, and after you finish the campaign, you will have the quest for this weapon. Now, let's go over the perks really quick, then I will tell you how to get your hands on it, plus some tips to help you throughout the quest. Let's go over the perk really quick. The intrinsic perk is Dark Deliverance, and it says it fires remotely detonated projectiles that drop void orbs on enemies. You hold the right trigger to fire and release to detonate. So it's almost like some of those grenade launchers that we have. You fire and then you release it to make it explode. And with this rocket launcher, so you have to actually have to watch the rounds go wherever you want it to go and then let go of the trigger. Because if you let go of the trigger right away, like a regular rocket launcher, it will explode right next to you. So you just got to take some getting used to. So basically that's what this Dark Deliverance is saying, how to use the rocket launcher. And then the other perks are just like normally, what we used to: volatile launch, greatly increased blast radius, decreased handling speed, etc., etc. And then they got alloy casing, reduced rate of a faster reload, greatly increased. Reload is pretty fast as far as I can tell, which is good. And then another main perk of this weapon is Dark Descent. It says the further a void orb falls, the more powerful its detonation becomes. So you should try to shoot this weapon in the air so it can drop on the enemies. I mean, if you put it right over the head, it doesn't do as much damage compared to if you were to aim like very high and then let it fall down the sky, and then it'll do more damage that way. It's basically, like I said, it's going to take some getting used to, but overall, it's just a matter of how you want to use it. And then for the last perk, it's the composite stock. It said this weapon has versatile dual-purpose stock, slightly increased stability, slightly increased handling speed. That's basically all for the main perks. And as you can see, it shoots 15 rounds per minute. You have run in the mag, and the blast radius is pretty much, well, it is. It's a little bit, it's not 100%, but it's kind of maxed out, basically. And then whenever you pick up a brick of ammo, I noticed we got six. It gives you 6 rounds, so you have plenty to shoot, but it's gonna take some getting used to, like I said. And that's all for the perks. Now that you see a little bit of it in action and its perks, let's go over the step to acquire this weapon. First, you have to finish the campaign and you will get the quest from Eris Morn. You need to pick up a bounty from Eris called Lunar Spelunker. This bounty will ask you to go around to 3 different lost sectors and open the chests. The lost sectors are K1 Communion, K1 Logistics, and K1 Quarters. By then, you should be familiar with those lost sectors and know where to go. Pretty easy, just follow the map, and if you have issues, there are plenty of guides on YouTube on how to find them. Just make sure you are at the right level, right light level that is, otherwise it might be a little bit tough since the enemies are about 890 light level inside the lost sectors. Also, it's best to take a friend with you.
Okay, who needs to go out?
Once all that is done, you need to claim the Lunar Spelunker bounty, and it will give you the next step. And then it is called Firewall Data Fragment. You have to take this item to another lost sector in the Swords Harbor, where you will find the lost sectors called K1 Revelation. You might have to look around a little bit because that one is kind of hidden just a little bit. You just got to look around. Now, this lost sector is a little more intense, and there are some mechanics to go through. You have to kill witches, shoot crystals, and then fight a big ogre. loot the chest, and then you have to go in the back and open the vault to find your next step, which is a broken necklace. It is a fragment of Erismon's old fire team member, and it is called Memory of Simota. You need to cleanse it for Eris by killing nightmare enemies with arc abilities. So obviously you're gonna need to use an arc subclass to do this. Now you need to have at least 20 of those fragments. So make sure you have your arc subclass. Then while you're doing this, you need to use your grenades when the enemy is kind of low. Don't just throw your grenades because it might take a little bit of time because they are yellow bar enemies. Okay, so I suggest you do this in one of those nightmare hunt missions on the moon, preferably the one in Soa's Harbor, because that one has a lot of enemies, a lot of nightmares for you to kill. I would also suggest that you do this with a friend in order to make things a lot easier. As a tip, first lower the nightmares health like I said before with your gun, then finish them off with your grenades or your super if you have to. Okay. Once you collect all 20 pieces, go see Erismon. She'll be inside the portal. You can't miss that because it's glowing. Now go through the portal, speak with her, then you will open a chest right next to her and pick up the Deathbringer skull. Symphony of Death, from now on we can call it. After that, you will need to go to the Circle of Bones area and kill some stuff, and you will get the Silent Skull and the Tainted Lullaby. Now you take the skull back to Eris. She will then give you the Marrow Elegy step quest. This requires you to collect 3 different type of bones in 3 separate locations. One of them is the K-Run Revelation, which means you have to go back to that lost sector again and then just loot the chest and open the chest, and then you will collect that bone. You also have to collect bone from the public event in Hellmouth. Just kill the boss there and open the chest and you'll get that bone. It doesn't have to be the heroic version. Just complete the event and you will get the bone. Now for the third one, you need to find the bone collector. Here's an acolyte yellow bar enemy in the Anchor of Light area. That's where I always find him. Just find this guy, kill him, and then pick up the bone. Now the next step ask you to kill the High Conductor Solmakta. It's a dog on a wizard you will find in the Scarlet Keep strikes. Make sure you get some shots on that wizard before your teammates kill it. Otherwise, you will have to run that strike again until you can get that step done. Now, you need to make sure you keep that in mind. Your next step is of Darkest Enemy. You just need to kill 3 types of enemies, like regular red bar enemies, elite enemies, mini bosses, and big bosses. Now, bear in mind that public events bosses are considered big bosses, so you can do those anywhere. However, you get more progress on the moon, but you don't have to stay on the moon if you don't need to. You can just complete this anywhere, so you have options. Also, you can do some Crucible if you so choose. Just kill stuff and monitor your progress. Now, once that is done, you will move to the final stage. You will notice a quest mission pop up on the map. Follow it. It is in the Circle of Bone area towards the Hellmouth section. Just travel towards the Hellmouth entrance, and then you can continue to see where to get that quest started. This mission is about 920 difficulties. It's actually 920 difficulties, so you need to be close to that level in order to get it done. I was about 912 going through it, so I would say that's a safe light level to be at there to do it. So just bear that in mind. Now the mission can be done solo if you have the right gears and the right light level, but try to get at least one other person with you. In this mission, you have to kill 3 death singers before they sing. You have about 60 seconds each before they start singing. So do it quick or you will die and have to start over. But so, it could be a learning process, so don't sweat it too much. That's what I would say. That only after you survive those 3 Death Singers that you will get to meet the final boss, and then trying to kill that final boss. It's not hard. You just have to do what you gotta do, and then you will go see Ares and claim your prize, the Deathbringer. It's a great and new exotic rocket launcher, quite powerful, but it is kind of different. It functions a little bit differently than regular rocket launchers that you used to. You just have to get used to it, I guess. I hope this helps, and if it does, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, or make some suggestion. I will be most appreciative. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.